Today we're going to talk about verbs, action verbs, linking verbs, and helping verbs, and how to distinguish between the three. As you probably already know, action verbs show an action. Action verbs link the subject part of the sentence to the predicate part of the sentence. The soccer player kicked the ball across the field. Here is our action verb. Links our subject part of the sentence to the predicate part of the sentence. The smelly pirate hid the treasure in the dark cavern. The wonderful student read the novel quietly in the living room. All of these verbs, kicked, hid, and read, show an action. These show something that you could actually do. Linking verbs do not show an action. They link, hence the word link, the subject with a noun or a pronoun or an adjective found in the predicate part of the sentence. Some common linking verbs are be, am, is, are, was, were, been, and being. But sometimes we have words that don't look like linking verbs that are sometimes used as linking verbs, and we'll go over those. Appear, feel, grow, look, prove, remain, smell, sound, taste, and turn. And these words sometimes can be used as action verbs and sometimes be used as linking verbs. But here's a helpful hint. If you can substitute the verb or the verb phrase for is, am, are, or was. All right? If you can substitute one of these four words for the verb and it still means the same thing, then you're working with a linking verb. All right? So if you can substitute, so you really just need to remember those four linking verbs. And if you can substitute any verb in the sentence for that, and it means the same thing and you're not changing the meaning of the sentence, you're working with a linking verb. Those pancakes smell delicious. All right? Those pancakes are delicious. That makes sense, okay? You're linking the subject to what's called a predicate adjective. This describes the subject. This word links the two together. So smell is a linking verb in this sentence. Let's try it with this one. He smelled the flowers. He was the flowers. Doesn't make any sense. I am not saying he is equal to flowers, right? But I am saying up here that pancakes are equal to delicious, right? That's a linking verb. That is not. Do you see what linking verbs do? They almost rename the subject in a way. He is an astronaut. He and astronaut are the same thing. This is the linking verb. Linking the subject to the predicate nominative. Delicious is a predicate adjective because it's an adjective. And astronaut is what's called a predicate nominative because it's a noun. If it were a pronoun, it'd also be a predicate nominative. He saw an astronaut. Okay? He was an astronaut. But does that mean the same thing? In this sentence, am I saying that he is an astronaut? No, I'm not saying that. So although the test works, I'd have to change the meaning of that sentence. I'm not saying he is an astronaut. I'm just saying he saw one. So saw in this sentence is an action verb, not a linking verb, right? I'm not saying he equals an astronaut. I'm just saying he saw one. The milk turned sour. The milk was sour. Makes sense. The milk is sour. It works with two of those substitutions. This is a linking verb, linking the subject milk to an adjective, predicate adjective, at the end of my sentence. It's a linking verb. He turned off the TV. He was off the TV. That doesn't make any sense on a lot of levels. So, not a linking verb. That shows an action. Lastly, helping verbs, also called auxiliary verbs. These verbs help the action verb express the time the action occurred. There are 23 of them. But if you can remember, Chad, be, swim, you might have a better chance of remembering the 23 helping verbs. There they are. I suggest pausing the video and writing them down. Can, could, have, has, had, am, are, do, does, did, be, being, been, shall, should, will, would, was, were, is, may, might, must. 23 helping verbs. Chad, be, swim. All right. Verb phrase, action verb, plus a helping verb. Okay? Let's look. Helping verbs help the action verb. So in some sentences, the simple predicate is going to be more than one verb. It's going to be the helping verb plus the action verb. And those two things together are going to be what's called our verb phrase. He could swim for hours. We have a helping verb could and our action verb swim. That is our simple predicate in this sentence. That is also called our verb phrase. He shall mow. Can eat 1,000 hot wings. They were fishing. He could have been relaxing. All right? Helping verb, helping verb, helping verb, action verb. All right? You'll notice that at the end of our verb phrase is going to be an action verb. Okay? But they have these helpers, and it's perfectly fine to have helping verb, helping verb, helping verb, and an action verb. Numerous helping verbs in a row. They would have been sleeping. It's perfectly fine. Helper, 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 action verb. The dog must have been chasing. Helper, 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 action verb. He is sleeping. Helper, action verb. So, I'm going to roll back up here, emphasize the fact that if you remember those 23 helping verbs, yeah, grammar will be a little bit simpler. Let's scroll down a little bit. Remember that adverbs may break up your helping verb and the action verb, okay? You have these adverbs that are sometimes going to be sitting right in the middle of your verb phrase. It won't be part of your verb phrase, but sometimes you're just going to have to pay attention to when adverbs will break those two things up. And if you remember that not is an adverb, that will also help. Not is never a verb. It is never a verb. Not is never a verb. It is always an adverb. And a lot of times it will break up your verb phrase. He could not swim for hours. Could is your helper. Swim is your action. This is not a verb. So your simple predicate in this sentence is could swim. It is not could not swim. Not is not a verb, so it cannot be part of the verb phrase. He shall not mow the lawn. Helping verb, main action verb. They were not fishing. Okay? Not is not a verb. He was slowly walking across the room. Was is our helping verb. Walking is our main action verb. Slowly is an adverb. That is not part of the verb phrase. The simple predicate in this sentence is was walking. She has reluctantly put the dishes away. Again, helping verb has, adverb, and the verb, action verb put. All right? Reluctantly is an adverb breaking up your verb phrase. That will happen That will happen quite often. So you've got to pay attention to finding your verbs and not including your adverb in the verb phrase. All right, now let's look at these as kind of like a finale here. All right, so you're going to be given these sentences and you need to figure out whether or not the verb that you're looking at or verbs that you're looking at are action verbs, helping verbs, linking verbs. What are they? So let's work with a couple of these. The man walked across the field. It looks like an action. All right, let's do our substitution. Is, am, are, or was. The man was across the field. It makes sense, but it does not mean the same thing, right? This man's completing an action. This is an action verb. The man may have walked across the field. Okay, looks like I have a helper and an action verb. I have helper, helper, action. The man is a walker. All right. Well, there's not an action going on in this sentence. And if I had a helping verb, I would definitely have an action verb too. This looks like a verb that is linking or renaming my subject to walker. Man equals walker. This is a linking verb. The man is walking. This looks like an action. So in this sentence, we have a helping verb, helping an action verb. So is in this sentence is behaving like a linking verb because it is linking man to walker. It's saying man equals walker. This is different. This is saying that the man is completing an action. So we have a helping verb plus an action verb. She is running. Let's think about it. This looks like another action. So we have a helping verb is, action verb running. He is a runner. Now what is this is doing? This is renaming he to runner. It's saying that he equals runner. This is a linking verb. Linking verbs link the subject or rename the subject to a predicate adjective or a predicate nominative. It runs. This looks like an action. Action verb. Review that again if you need to. It's going to take some practice. And that's all I got.